up, everybody? Michael Hines here. So what I'm going to show you guys today is actually a shoulder combo that I researched and kind of blended a few things together. But this was years ago when I actually tore my rotator, my left rotator for the second time, but it was my third overall tear. And my wife was highly competitive. She was a renowned national competitor as a bikini. So she wanted a shoulder exercise day that was really quick and short so she could kind of focus on her glutes. And I come up with this. Basically what it is you could use a lighter end dumbbell. So for guys, I'm thinking like 15, 20. For girls, you're probably looking at like between a 5 and an 8. It's 15 reps all in sequence, but they're all broken up. So it's one big drop set, combo set. So you would start with your side laterals. So you do 5 to the side, and then you would do 5 front wide or Y. So you do 5 this way, then you do 5 narrow. So 5 here, so doing a V. And then you bend over and do 5 rear delts. Then without stopping, same weight, same dumbbell, you go right to 4s. So 4 side laterals, 4 front wide, 4 narrow, 4 bent over, and then right to 3s. 3, 3, 3, and 3, and then 2s and 2s and 2s and 2s, and then 1 of each. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you. So if you're going to do it, I would do a couple feeder sets, do really, really light, and then 4 at your max weight. The second and third sets are going to be extremely hard, but push yourself to keep that weight and push yourself not to do the swing. That's where everyone gets into mistakes when they're doing this type of stuff, is when they get down to like the 3s and the 2s and the 1 reps, they're really swinging the dumbbell. Try to control it throughout the whole thing. So if I'm starting right from go, so it's doing 5s. So a lot of people, like you can see, I'm controlling it. And I'm going to do 5 to the front. And I'm not swinging the weight or swinging my torso. And then 5 narrow. 5. And bent right over. 5 these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand straight up. And we're doing 4s. So basically you're hitting all the heads. So you're hitting the side. You're rounding the head off. So you got to think the side's out here. Then you're going to the Y, so out front. Then you go into the V, out narrow, okay? So if we're doing finishing off the 4s, so 4, and then 4 this way. So common mistakes here is they don't let their shoulders round. So you need to let your shoulders round and pivot away from that joint. So you don't, like a lot of people do this, and they're just nice and tight. So let the dumbbell hang, and you're pivoting away. 4, moving on to 3s. 1, 2, 3, and this is where people start to swing. So you see them starting to do this, you still got to control. 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're doing 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to do ones. So 1, 1, 1, and 1. So that's 1 set. So obviously I would do 4 of those after I did a couple feeder sets of lightweight. And as you can tell, just me demonstrating, I know I have a bit of a cold, but I'm a little out of breath. That is very strenuous, and I already feel a slight pump coming into my delts. For me, when I used to get ready to go on stage, I did a couple sets of that in between doing push-ups to really get my chest and shoulders really pumped up, and it worked amazing for me. And I always got kind of questions on how big I got my shoulders that way, and they looked big and blah, 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 blah for my size.
But realistically, it's just blood volume. Before I went out, I got a pretty good pump on my shoulders and my chest, and that was how I went about it. So anybody out there that has rotator cuff issues, is dealing with pain, this is a great alternative for you guys to do to really kind of aid in the recovery process, because you're not doing heavy, strenuous weight, but you can still develop muscle tissue. So you're basically going on more of the pump deal than lifting heavy. And you can see that I took out the press, so there was no press. So press is the one exercise for shoulders that tends to bring in a lot of injuries, like potential for injury and stuff like that. So that is completely out of that whole combo set. So give that a try if you're having any sort of shoulder mobility issues or basically issues with your shoulders at all. Throw that into your weightlifting program every once in a blue moon for your whole shoulder day. And it would be great to put that in if you're doing like a full push day. So if realistically you're hitting your whole delt, and you could do 3 sets of it and you'd be done at your whole delt in like 10, 15 minutes. Like, it's very quick. So, and for bikini girls, something like that really helps you get that kind of cap on your shoulder. And then you can go on to focusing on your glutes, your hamstring tie-ins, stuff like that, all in the same day. So you finish your shoulder off in 20 minutes, and then you're moving on to the things that mean most to you guys, like your glutes and your core and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys like that. Give a comment, give a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll bring you some more tasty, juicy stuff.